Well, the first hole here at John O'Gaunt is very interesting indeed. It's a short par 4, but it's a nice gentle opening hole which wanders down a bit left to right. Many people would recommend an iron from the tee just to make sure that you get in position. But if you get out of position here, you can run up a 5 or a 6. Bunker left, couple of bunkers right. It's a very unusual opening par 4. Well, the contrasts come early here at John O'Gaunt from a relatively simple, gentle first hole. A very strong par 4 is the second. It's a dogleg left to right, wanders about the place, drops down from tee to green, trouble on the left and the right in the shape of trees and bunkers, which are positioned in such a way as to make even the best players think about what they're going to do. It's a very good hole early in the piece. Don't mess with this one. Third hole. Now this hole gives players of various degrees of competence all sorts of options. A shot played to the top of the hill will leave, well, obviously a longer second shot to a very well-guarded green that's down below the level of the fairway. However, the longer hitters may want to have a cut at it, but danger lurks, as this is a very narrow fairway, and the further you go, the narrower it gets. So don't be too greedy or too bold or try to show off. You could come to grief. To the fourth. Now, there are only 3 short holes here at John O'Gaunt. This is the first of them, and it's 173 yards, so it's no pushover, but it's a real little gem. Judgment of distance is vital on this hole. It's a Mackenzie green. That means it's got a couple of tiers back to front. Putting is tricky. The green's slightly raised, and there's some beautiful bunkering round and about, shaped into the green, and finding the target, no easy task. The fifth hole is the start of a pretty tough stretch of holes. The tee shot is played from an elevated tee to a very narrow fairway. Trees line either side, giving the fairway shape and definition, also a touch of claustrophobia. There's that one big old conifer stands down the left-hand side of the fairway. There he is. He's a bit more ornamental than Scottish Highlands, but it just can block you out if you're a bit too tight down that left-hand side. It's you need a clear second to be able to shoot it onto the green, but it's 445 yards. It's no pushover. Plenty of trouble round and about, bunkers everywhere. Again, a feature, slightly raised green, good for drainage, and there you have it. Not a difficult green to putt if you've got some idea how to putt. sixth hole. This is one of the toughest holes on the course. Long par 4, dogleg severely from left to right. However, the dogleg doesn't really start until you're some 240, 50 yards from the tee, so you can see how narrow it is up there. The trees sort of close in on you, so there's no chance of cutting off the corner, and is one of the most difficult to reach into. Bank on the left-hand side, bunker placed into the bank, trees at the back. This really is a stiff par 4. You're never ashamed of a 5. The seventh, a tough, difficult par 4. Raised tee shot gives you a look down this very narrow fairway. It's so important to try and get on the fairway. The green is set high above the fairway, surrounded by trees and bunkers. It's a very small target indeed, and look how claustrophobic it is. And you peer up into the distance, and the trees seem to, almost like Harry Potter, grabbing out, reaching their arms out to knock your ball down. Up you go over that bunker to the green at the top. Falls away left and right. No wonder it's a difficult hole. Pleased to get a par here. The eighth hole, a par 4, another elevated tee with bunkers down the right-hand side and trees to the left. So accuracy, like most courses, or a lot of golf courses, is at a premium. More bunkers up there protecting the green. But the approach can be helped onto the green by the slope that comes in from left to right. You've got to miss, if you look around you, you can plot your way, but a lot of people don't know quite where their ball's going to go. And that includes everyone from Jack Nicklaus to Tiger Woods to Jordan Spieth to Uncle Tom Cobley and all. They're not automatons, you know. So if you're a handicap 10 or 12, make sure you use your strokes. Looks good, doesn't it? Now the ninth, the first of the only 2 par 5s. 3 short holes, 2 par 5s. Par 71 here at John O'Gaunt. The hole sweeps away left to right, and the approach, once you get down the corner and have a sight of the green, is all uphill. If the longer hitters can reach the oak tree on the left-hand side of the fairway, there's a possibility that they can hit their second shot onto the green. But there are 3 fairway bunkers waiting, a sloping green that can have a nasty sting in the tail. It's a good par 5. Now we start the second 9 with their feature hole, cross a little dip across the... Now look at the green at the end, how elevated it is. And into that elevation, into that bank, there's 3 bunkers bedded into the face, 1 on the left-hand side, big tree on the right. That's a bit of a dirty place to put a tree. And this is a small target. Now this is a par 3 worth remembering. It really is a crackerjack. The 11th is a shortish par 4. dogleg right to left. Now, players of various calibre can choose to either play up short of the bunkers from the tee. You'll see the bunkers, they come into play in a minute, which will leave you obviously a longer approach into the green, but you've got to stay right of those bunkers. Then you just turn left, don't go left again. But the longer hitters may decide to have a cut over those bunkers and leave them just a short little pitch up onto the green. 352 yards, well, a 4 is no disgrace. This is the 12th hole, a par 4, and it's a tight, shortish par 4. I suppose the big boys today could fancy driving in the green, but the well-positioned fairway bunkers, the fairway's indeed narrow, and the trees either side demand that you, if you can, hit it straight to thread it through their narrow two-tiered green awaits with bunkers either side. And so they're there to catch the errant shots. Again, you can see how slightly raised this green is, falling off a little bit at the back. But when you miss the green, with the hardness of the ground, you can end up 10, 15, 20 yards away, making life difficult. Now the 13th, unlucky for some, is super par 4. The little stream comes into play, both off the tee and again up near the green. This hole has the potential to be a real score wrecker, card wrecker. The ideal line is down the left-hand side, as this is, a shorter carry to get over the little stream. And in fact, it opens up the whole view into the green. The trees and the little stream protect the green to the right-hand side, so make sure you get enough club to get it up and over all that trouble and land on the green. But you don't want to be going whizzing through the back, because the chipping back is tricky. This is the 14th, a par 4, and it swings away left to right dogleg. Avoiding the well-positioned bunkers from the tee is an absolute must. You see that big tree on the left hangs over the stream, little bit of a dogleg, and there really are some really mature trees here at John O'Gaunt. And now we turn a little bit to the right, nest of bunkers there. You see how it swings away? There's not much rough underneath the trees here, which is a good thing. You don't lose too many balls and you can scuttle one back onto the fairway. Sneaky bunker back left, look, if you think you've played a good one, just falls off the back of the green in there, which makes life a little bit tricky. But all in all, a nice 4. The 15th is a delightful par 4. Stroke index 3, and this is really a crackerjack. It sweeps away right to left. A tree-lined fairway provides, well, it's a tough target to hit. There's not an awful lot of room. The longer hitters have got to shape their tee shots to hit the left-hand side of the fairway. This is a good, strong par 4. Turn around, playing up toward this narrow green, bunkers left and right, protecting the front. It's always difficult when you've got a long, narrow green. You need to come up from the front. If you're coming in slightly from the side, you've got far less green to aim at, and you can crack through the back left and right, run off the back of the green into trouble, into a bunker. So straight hitting, well, you never go far wrong with straight hitting, no matter what your handicap is. 16th, the last of the short holes. And what a pretty little par 3 it is. It's only a short iron. So you need a well-struck shot. It's well bunkered, this green. There's 2 here well short, 4 bunkers round and about the green. So the green too is vicious. And I use that word advisedly. Slopey, fast. You get on the green, you can easy 3-putt here. So don't get overconfident.